Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Mind Your Newness channel. Today, we're going to talk about getting focused, and more importantly, how we get better. We get better by getting deep into the work, and you can only get deep into the work if you learn how to focus. So, I wrote a Substack article about it, and you can check it out. It's in the link in the description below. This is a topic that we need to talk more about and learn more about and actually put into practice. So, you get better by getting deep. And what I mean by getting deep is that we get better by focusing. It's getting harder and harder to focus these days. With social media, text, nonstop notifications, our attention is constantly being hijacked. And it's a really big problem because we don't focus anymore. It's really hard to uh, focus on one thing and to really sit down and just do one thing without being pulled this way and that way. So, you know, I came across this study and it showed that the average person checks their phone from 144 to 205 times a day. That's a lot. That's almost 4 hours a day checking your phone. And if you break that even down even further, that's basically like two movies back to back, two blockbuster movies in the theater back to back. And, these small interruptions that happen consistently throughout our day, it's stealing valuable time, time that could be spent in creative work, time that could be spent focusing in on our craft, our gifts, and getting better. And, to do good work, you need to focus. But to do great work, you need depth. And this is something that top performers, whether an artist, musician, writer, athlete, whoever does like deep work, they know this to be a truth. The deeper you focus, the better the work. These top performers, they just don't skim the surface of the craft. They dive in completely. And exceptional work is born from that kind of focus. And that kind of focus just blocks out all the noise and allows full immersion. If you want to do great work, you have to fully involve yourself in it. And again, in order to fully involve yourself in your work, you have to remove distractions. You have to learn how to focus. You have to learn how to concentrate on that one thing. That's what getting into the flow is all about. I used to be a true believer that practice makes perfect, but that's not quite true. Practice without depth just reinforces what you already know. It's through deep practice, deliberate, intentional, uncomfortable practice. That's what leads to mastery. You grow by challenging your limits, and that happens when you give your work full attention. So, what does depth really look like? Um, you don't become great by picking up a paintbrush or tossing a football around occasionally. Greatness comes from how deeply you engage in your craft. If you want to go deep, just minimize the distractions, remove them. Don't just minimize the distractions, you got to remove them. I'm no scientist or expert on this matter, but here are a few strategies that made a difference in my own creative practice, and I think it'll work for you. Number one, put your phone away, right? When you come into your studio or you sit down to write or you're picking up your guitar, put your phone away. Seriously, have a zero tolerance rule for phone use during work time. That means no checking notifications, no quick text, no scrolling. Your phone is the biggest thief of your attention. And when you silence it, and better yet, when you put it in another room, you'll be amazed how much mental energy is freed up from your art. And number two, you gotta declutter your workspace. All right, guys. um, and I'm guilty of this too. Clean your space. Before you start working, clear the space. A clean workspace quiets the mind and it invites focus, right? If you got like a bunch of clutter around and there's all kinds of stuff like all over your desk, believe me, it does take away from your attention. It steals your attention. That's energy being shifted by just like one glance away. So clear your desk. Every item within your sight line, it competes with your attention. Believe me, trust me, I know this to be true. I do work in mess from time to time, and believe me, it does steal your attention. So um, I know that when my desk is really messy, my mind drifts. But when it's clean, I can drop into the flow much more faster. And it's just that simple. And number three, you want to build strong routines. Build strong routines. Try to dedicate a specific block of time each day to do deep work. Make it a ritual. Same time, same setup, same flow. The predictability of a strong routine trains your brain to slip into focus more easily. You can even set up like small triggers, like a note, a timer, a playlist, a signal. It's like a signal, like it's time to create. And if you can create that, if you can set that up for yourself, the familiarity reduces resistance and it helps you tap into your creative rhythm. And lastly, I would like to say is just stop multitasking. Work on one thing at a time. Don't jump from project to project when you sit down to work because that splits your attention, and splitting your focus, it just dilutes from your best ideas. So when your attention is divided, you miss opportunities to explore and learn within the process. So that true growth happens when you're fully present with one idea at a time. So stick with it until it gives you everything you have to offer. Now, as you explore these strategies, make them your own. Adapt, refine, and build a rhythm that supports your creative life. Because here's the truth: how you show up for your work determines what your work becomes. When you can focus deeply and create intentionally, your productivity and your mastery will go beyond what you thought possible. So focus, learn how to focus, apply these strategies, and put it to work. Put it to work right away, because the faster you get into the habit of focusing and getting into deep focus, the better your work is going to become. Your productivity is going to increase, and you're going to have a much more enjoyable time in the work. So I hope this video helps somebody. If you like this video, please like, comment, and share. I love you all. Don't forget to check out the description and the link. I love you all. Yahweh bless. Get out there, create something, and remember, focus, focus, and remove all distractions. Love you all. Yahweh bless. Peace out.